Hey y'all, it's me again, Valerie, and welcome back to my yarn room. Yay! Alright, before we get started, I would like to invite anybody who has not already to hit that word subscribe. When you do, give the videos thumbs up, share them if you can, and leave me a comment. Alright, I guess y'all know now why it's Loop-de-Doo Ornament. Alright, would y'all like to get started on this? It's really, really easy. It looks complicated, but it is not. Alright, we're going to move this out the way. And I'm actually going to start with my cream color. I'm just going to put a slip knot in. And I'm using a 4 worsted weight yarn. But I'm trying to use one that doesn't have a lot of stretch. And I'm actually using a 5mm crochet hook. What we're going to do is we're going to chain 14. Got to pull some yarn out. There was 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. After you chain your 14, you're going to come back down here into the first chain that you made. And go into 2 loops on the top and 1 on the bottom. You're going to yarn over and pull through. And then you're going to pull through again. I just slipped right out my yarn. Alright. I'm going to move that tail over to the other side. Alright. I'm going to chain 1. And I'm going to work over my tail the whole entire way around this circle. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to put 30 double crochets all the way around that circle. Now, chain 1 does not count. Alright, I bet you thought I was going to make you sit there and watch me do 30 double crochets around that circle. And if you got to pull your yarn over, your stitches over to give you more room, that's fine. Alright, so 30 double crochets around your tail and that chain 14. Okay, and I'll meet you back when I get 30. Alright, I'm back, and I've got my 30 double crochets going all the way around that chain 14 and my tail. Alright, so now all you're going to do is right there in that first double crochet, you're going to slip stitch. And then you're going to chain 1, you're going to pull some yarn, snip it, tighten it down. Alright, now what you want to do is you want to take this tail and you want to lightly pull it just a little bit. And you want to make those double crochets kind of even all the way around. Because, you know, sometimes they bunch up in a certain area. And you want them to just spread and look pretty. Okay? Go ahead and sew in your ends. However you do that. Alright? I'm not going to sew my ends in right now. I'm going to just go ahead and continue. Alright. I'm gonna go with my next color as green. But on the one that I did, my last color was green because that's where my loop's at. So I'm going to go ahead and start with green next. I'm going to put a slip knot on, tighten it down, and I'm going to chain 14. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, this is where the fun begins. You're going to pick up that first square you did. And with your chain 14 on your hook, you're going to put that chain on the back side. Okay? And then you're going to bring it through the center. And you're going to come right over here. And you're going to do it just like you did the first one, going around the first circle. You're going to go ahead and slip stitch. Okay? And then chain 1. Now, working around your tail again and your chain 14, you're going to go in and you're going to put 30 double crochets around this one. Okay? Now, it'll move around the other circle. All right, and I'll meet you back when I get my 30 double crochets around my green. All right, I'm back, and I've got my 30 double crochets around my green. So we're going to do it the exact same way we did the cream colored one. We're going to go right there in that first double crochet, and we're going to slip stitch. Now, what I didn't say about that cream colored one is, if you want to put like a little border up, just a tiny border, you can't do a bulky one because otherwise you won't be able to get all your stuff in your circle. But if you want to do like a small little tiny border like the crab stitch, that's a beautiful border for this. After you slip stitch it, that's the perfect time to do a border on them. Okay, so I'm not doing a border on them right now. All right, and then you're just going to chain 1, pull you some yarn, snip it, tighten it down. Okay, I got them white strings coming through. There we go. Also, when you're doing this, you want to make sure that your right sides are showing, not the wrong sides, because that's not a very pretty stitch on the back side compared to the stitch on the front side. And, okay, with the green, you want to do it just like you did the cream color. You want to tug that string just a little bit. You want to play with it and make sure all your stitches are even. Okay, now, here's how you put the third loop on. Okay, I've got my red. And I'm just going to make me a slip knot, put my hook in, and just like I did with the other two, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to chain 14. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay. Now, just like you did with the other 2, you're going to hold this behind your chain, and you're going to bring it through. Excuse those ends because I didn't sew them in. You're going to bring it through. And then you're going to get the end of it. And you're just going to slip stitch to make it a circle. And then just like you did the other ones, you're going to chain 1, working over your tail and the stitches, the chain 14. You're going to put 30 double crochets in it. Now, after you do a few, you're going to have to turn it yourself because that's a tight little hole right there that you're working through. So you'll have to work it and turn it as you go. And after you put your 30 double crochets in it, well, then you just, after you slip stitch, you just make a chain however big you want that loop to be. Tie it off. And then just sew in that end. So, that way you've already got your loop on it. But, I guess that's going to be all for today. Oh, I also wanted to tell y'all. With doing this, if you like to have just a crochet like garland going around your tree, you can do one circle and then put the other one right here. And make like a chain of circles. I think that'd be really cute as a garland. But, like I said, I think that's going to be all for today. And I will meet y'all back here in the next one for another grand adventure. Right here in Val's Yarn Room. And I truly do love each and every single one of y'all to pieces. And do something nice for somebody. Even if it's just a smile. Alright, y'all. I guess there ain't nothing left to say except for get your crochet on. I'm gonna. Bye, y'all.